In your lifetime, you've probably heard of detectives using fingerprint analysis to capture criminals. But have you ever wondered how fingerprints found at a scene are able to identify an individual? Well, today is your lucky day because I'm going to go over the science behind fingerprint analysis and how forensic scientists and law enforcement agents use fingerprints as a key piece of incriminating evidence. An important reason why forensic specialists trust fingerprints as a method of identification is that your fingerprints are unique to yourself and they don't change, even as you age. Fingerprints consist of many ridges, called friction ridges. These ridges create patterns on your fingertips which fall into three categories: loops, whorls, and arches. Loops begin on one side of the finger, curve around or upward, and exit on the other side. There are two types of loop patterns: radial, which slope toward the thumb, and ulnar, which slope toward the little finger. Whorls form a circular or spiral pattern, while arches slope up and down like narrow mountains. Forensic analysts look at these arrangements, shapes, sizes, and number of ridges to distinguish one from another. Each ridge on your fingertips contains pores that are attached to sweat glands. The reason you leave fingerprints on the surfaces you touch is due to the sweat production. Law enforcement agents analyze fingerprints left at a scene, but they look at two different types of fingerprint impressions: visual prints and latent prints. Visual prints are fingerprints made on a surface such as blood, dirt, and clay, which leave a physical impression. Latin prints are made when sweat, oil, and other skin produced substances reproduce the ridge structure on glass, murder weapons, or other surfaces. These can't be seen by the naked eye, but are visible using dark powder, lasers, and other light. Law enforcement agents lift these prints with tape or they take pictures for later analysis. AFIS is an international digital fingerprint database that has the ability to cross reference millions of fingerprints almost instantaneously to find the closest match. Before technological advancements like the computer made their way into law enforcement agencies, fingerprint analysis was physically conducted by specialists analyzing ink impressions. Each individual agency had their own collection of fingerprints, and sharing this data across state borders was nearly impossible. This meant that a criminal who committed a crime in Colorado, as well as in New York, would have higher chances of getting off scot free if the only evidence left behind was a fingerprint. Since the development of AFIS, a person that committed crimes in both China and Ethiopia can now be identified almost immediately because the departments have the ability to communicate evidence to each other with ease. It is estimated that about 1 in 6 people have their fingerprint in the AFIS system. So, what story do your fingerprints tell about you?